All right, welcome everyone. Mr. Chi has asked me to jump in and help you guys tackle one of those big, kind of scary exam questions. The kind that can really be the difference between a pass and a distinction. So let's just dive right in. Okay, so take a look at this. This is question 3.2, and it's worth a massive 13 marks. Today, we're going to break it down piece by piece so you know exactly how to secure every single one of those points. We're not leaving any marks on the table. All right, first things first. Let's start with the easy marks. Examiners often pop these right at the beginning of a big question. It's kind of designed to help you get some points fast and, build up your confidence. So question 3.2.1, a classic identify this part question. It's all about knowing your labels. The answer here, according to the marking guideline, is the eustachian tube. And just like that, boom, 1 mark in the bag. Next up, 3.2.2. It asks for just one function of part 7, the round window. The guide says absorbs excess pressure waves or prevents echoes are both good answers. Simple, straight to the point. That's another easy mark for you. All right, now for 3.2.3. This one's a sequence question, and it's worth 2 marks. You've just got to trace the path of the sound. So it goes from the eardrum, part 1, to those little bones, the ossicles, part 2, then to the oval window, part 5, and finally into the cochlea, part 4. And there you go. 2 more quick marks secured. And would you look at that? Just by tackling those first 3 simple parts, you've already banked 4 out of the 13 marks. See, it's not so intimidating when you take it step by step. Okay, now we're getting into the real heart of the question. This next part is a 5-mark question about a process. This is where the top students really start to pull ahead and show what they know. So the question asks you to describe the whole process of balance. Now, the key here isn't just to list a bunch of facts. You've got to present them as a logical sequence, a step-by-step chain of events. Think about cause and effect. Now, this is awesome. Check this out. The marking guideline pretty much lays out the perfect 5-step story for you, and each step is worth a mark. It all starts with the stimulus. Your head moves, the fluid inside moves with it. That stimulates the receptors. Then that stimulation gets turned into a nerve impulse, which shoots off to the brain. And finally, the brain tells your muscles what to do to keep you from falling over. It's a perfect chain of events, really. And listen up, this is super important. You have to pay close attention to the specific biological terms they want you to use. Words like endolymph, cristae, and especially cerebellum. It's a really common mistake for students to just write brain, but the examiners are looking specifically for cerebellum. Using the right lingo is absolutely crucial to getting all 5 marks here. Okay, this next part is a total game changer. This is where we stop thinking like a student and start thinking like the person who's actually marking your paper. Understanding this is, it's key. So the question wants an explanation. What happens if part X, the external auditory canal, gets blocked? It's a 4-mark question, which is a big clue that they're looking for a detailed, logical chain of consequences, not just one simple answer. And here is the secret sauce. The marking guideline literally says any 3 plus compulsory mark. So what does that mean? It means you can describe the first 3 steps perfectly, but if you forget to include that final consequence, that hearing is lost or distorted, you cannot get the full 4 marks. That last point is an absolute must-have. And this is such a great example of a key exam technique. When you're practicing with old papers and memos, always look for those compulsory points. The examiners are basically telling you exactly what they think the most important part of the answer is. It's like a little insider's trick to maxing out your score. All right, let's put it all together. How on earth did we get to 13 marks? Let's just do a quick recap. So, how did we pull it off? We got 1 mark for naming the eustachian tube, 1 for the function of the round window, 2 for getting the sound sequence right, a huge 5 marks for describing the whole process of balance, and then 4 for explaining that blockage, making absolutely sure we nailed that compulsory point. And there you have it, a clear strategic path to getting all 13 marks. See, it's not about magic or anything, it's about breaking the question down into smaller pieces and knowing what the examiner is really looking for. It's not so scary when you have a plan, right? So why does all this matter so much? Well, because mastering these big, high-value questions is exactly what pushes your grade from just good to great. This is how you lock in that distinction you've been working so hard for. Now, if you found this whole breakdown helpful, do Mr. Chi a solid, share it with your friends, hit that like button, and subscribe. For more exam-winning explainers just like this one, you've absolutely got to follow him on all his channels. And hey, drop a comment and let him know what other tough questions you want to see broken down next. He's here to help you guys crush it. Keep up the amazing work, study smart, and we'll catch you in the next explainer.